Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people's been asking me how I make my own leaders and rig up for black drums and bull reds. I like to show you. Alright, so what I use is the Andy 100 pounds. And what I do, I'll pull it out about arm's length. And I cut it. And then I'll put another one about the same length. And cut it here. Again, I use Andy's 100 pound. That's my personal best. Now, a lot of people use swivels. I use a three-way. It's really simple. I just take one line like this and tie it through the loop like that, and I'll go over about 4 times. Let's see here, make it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I pull it through. And what it does, if you can see, I singe it together. Alright, so that's about that length there. And I do the same thing on the other side. Again, this is something that we personally use that I love. It's a three-way drop. And I singe it like that. So if you can see, one's a little longer than the other. See what I mean? And now, a lot of people use different things. I think Clifton Davis uses 5s and he uses bell weights. I personally like anything over 6 or 8s, and I use pyramids. And so it's the same thing. I tie one in here. And about the same kind of count again. See if I can get it. There it goes. And singe it just like that. Now, hooks. A lot of people use different hooks. I've got a 10-aught J hook. I've got a 9-aught J hook. These are 10-aught circle hooks. There's a little. I use them sometimes. Now my to-go is an 8-ounce circle hook. It's a Kamagatsu hook. It's a professional grade hook. Again, you don't have to use as big a hook as I use. I like it because it sinks in the fish a little bit better, and I love circle hooks because you don't really have to set the hook. Once it's in there, it's in there. Then I singe it together with here. Alright, so basically what I have invented, I've got a 6-ounce on one side and an 8-ounce circle hook on the other side off a 3 swivel. I take my braid or my mono, whatever y'all prefer to use, and run it right through there, and I set it. So the reason I do this is so when you, in theory, so when you throw it, the line's going to follow like that, and it's going to lead like that. And so when she sinks, she'll sink to the bottom because I fish on the bottom, and that's there. And the line's going to be here, and the bait's going to float. So whatever you're trying to catch, big bulls or big reds or big blacks, grabs it and pulls it, and once she's on, she's on. Now again, a lot of people use different bait. I use cut mullet, and I usually cut my mullet about in thickness about that big. I use chunks for that. Now black drums, I use blue crab, and what I use to a blue crab, I take a blue crab and I cut it slap in half, and then I hook it through the side, through the leg, and through the white part of the meat, and throw it out there. And usually blue crab's usually better for black drums. It's like candy to them. Now I have caught a lot of bull reds on blue crab. I also use their pinchers, believe it or not. The pinchers are really good too. Now mullet heads is always a good to-go bait, so that's really good. Hopefully this helps you out. If you have any questions, like you said, just hit me up and I'll do what I can. Thank you for joining in.